Hi, my name is Jessica Carper. I am in Mr. Reynolds English 112 class, and for my movie review, I picked Catch Me If You Can. It has Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and it is also produced by Steven Spielberg. A short plot summary on the movie. This basically follows Frank Abagnale Jr.'s life from about the time he was 16 to around he was 21. So it's almost in his crucial growing up years, so we see him from a teenager to growing into an adult. Basically, it follows Frank's life in crime and how he is able to scam millions of dollars from the United States government and from 26 other countries' governments. It shows his life throughout the crime, and it shows Carl Hannity tracking him throughout this time, an FBI agent. This is Frank Abagnale Jr., played by Leonardo DiCaprio. You can see in the picture that I have, he is surrounded by women. That was one of his tactics that he used throughout the movie, is he would seduce women into getting information out of them or for giving him money or doing whatever he wanted. Frank is a natural leader. Whenever he walks into a room, everybody wants to be like him. They want to follow him, which is an advantage in his life and what he's doing in this life. He's very intelligent, but some of his negative qualities is he is stubborn, impatient, and overbearing. You'll see throughout the movie how these qualities affected him. This is Carl Hannity. He is the FBI investigator of bank fraud, so he is put on to Frank's case. Eventually, in the movie, he becomes obsessed with catching Frank. That's almost all he can think about, except he does love his daughter. He likes to be with his daughter. So you can see in the movie he has a struggle between picking which one that he wants to be with. This is Frank Abagnale. This is Frank Abagnale Jr.'s father. He played a crucial role in Frank's life in developing his life in crime. His father taught him how to lie. He showed him that he can use his words into getting what he wants. Eaton compared this movie to a stunning bit of cinema. So he really appreciated this movie. He thought it was well made. This movie was filmed in 2002, even though it's been in the works for years. There's been a book made. It's been planned for a long time. He said that Frank Abagnale Jr. is an amazing portrayal of child offense that can lead you into trouble into adulthood. So he's basically saying these little things that Frank was involved in when he was young, that is what led him into the crime that he got into when he was older. So how your early life can really develop you as a human and how you're going to be. One of his negative things in the movie is that he says there is a lot of sexual innuendos, which is very true. He uses that throughout the movie. There's a lot of scenes that could be not as good for really young children, but it is not that big of a deal. Another review by Nathanson. He said it was a well-made, entertaining movie with one of those warm, fuzzy endings that usually appeals to audience. He loved this movie. He actually compared it to Les Mis. He said that the ending was similar, but Catch Me If You Can had a twist at the end. He says the same thing as the other review. He said that it does have a lot of sex and illegal activities, and it condones these, and it almost glamorizes them throughout the movie, which I agree with. He says that it keeps most viewers on the edge of their seats throughout the movie, which is true. That is why I picked this movie, because it is a thriller, but it's also a comedy. It's funny throughout the movie. That's why I liked it. This is some of the cast. This is how they advertised the movie. One of the quotes from the movie says, "Dear Dad, you always told me that an honest man has nothing to fear, so I'm trying my best to not be afraid." You'll understand this more once you get in this, but Frank really wants to please his father. That's what he's trying to do, but he's so deep into all this crime, he doesn't know how to get out of it. This is a clip from the movie, and you'll really see what I was talking about, where he seduces women.
National Bank. How may I help you?
My name is Frank Taylor. I'm a co-pilot for Pan Am. I'd like to cash this check here, and then I'd like to take you out for a steak dinner.
And then we feed the checks into the Micro machine, which is a special ink to encode the account numbers on the bottom of the checks.
And where are these numbers?
They're, right here.
Right there?
See? They're called routing numbers.
So where do the checks get routed to?
I don't exactly know. Nobody ever asked me that before.
So you can see in the movie how he used his looks, which is played by Leonardo DiCaprio, so he's a really good looking man. One of the most interesting things about the movie is that it's actually based on a true story. This is a picture of the real Frank. He actually did all this stuff. He actually pretended to do all these things. Leonardo DiCaprio actually got to meet him, which he said was an amazing experience. This is a picture of the real Frank when he was younger. This is him posing as a Pan American airline. So he said that was amazing meeting him. And that's it for my slideshow. But I recommend this movie to anybody who likes a thriller, a comedy, really anybody. This is such a good movie. It appeals to all ages basically, except young children. It does have some sexual things, but honestly they probably won't even pick up on it. I really enjoyed this movie. Recommend it to anybody. Thank you for listening to my movie review. I hope you have a good day.